Hey, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda. I hope you're doing well. Since the last episode, I went ahead and got a magic shield. I also went ahead and got some bait and the 2 potions. And because I was grinding in the second level, I ended up getting the magical boomerang as well. It just kind of happened. So hopefully we'll be in better shape. I do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. In between the last video and this video, I ended up getting a new computer. So I had to re-download and set everything back up. So if the audio is a little weird or something's a little off, I apologize for that. I'm going to try and get everything back to the way it needs to be as soon as possible. But I just thought I would go ahead and say that the laptop that I was using was starting to really struggle with some of the stuff, like with the editing software and with a few things, like a few projects I was working on here or there. So I just went ahead and you know, pulled the trigger, bought the computer. Go away, Bubble. Bought the computer. Just so that I could go ahead. Oh my god, I swear if those likes take my shield, I'm going to be really mad. Just went ahead and bought the computer just to go ahead and upgrade. It was something I knew I was going to have to do eventually anyway. I could probably have put it off a little bit longer, but like I just decided that like I said, now was the time. So yeah, so I'll just finish it with that, and got a new computer. I tried to get all my settings set up as best I could back to the way they were. But it's probably going to take a little bit of time to make sure everything is the way it needs to be. If you may have noticed, I pushed a switch to open that door. Ooh, we ain't letting that happen. I had to push a switch to open the door. The reason I had to wait until I defeated all the enemies instead of just doing that is because in this game, switches like that don't work unless the enemies have been cleared out of the room. So, you know, so I couldn't just, you know, leave. God. Well, at least I got enough money to buy more potions if I need it. I think this is a mini boss. This isn't actually the boss of the dungeon. And of course, the magic shield doesn't seem to stop his stuff. I'm gonna get this ready. This is usually one of the reasons why I have to like do this dungeon in installments of like, you know, I get my potions, I get so far in, and then I have to come back. The thing that sucks is that one room that I struggled with just to get past, that I already got past in this episode, like, that room, you have to do that every time you leave. So that sucks, but other than that, you know, okay, so that guy's taken care of. He won't ever come back into this, like, again, so he's dealt with. I also did look up, to confirm what the bomb upgrade dungeons were. It's 5 and I think 7. So I probably will go back. You know, I don't know. It probably was in that room that I was just like, you know, I don't see a reason to go into that. I just defeated the boss. It was probably in that room. I don't really know for sure. But once we're done here, I'm going to dip back in there and get it. I can just grab the key and go. Grab the key and go, I said. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction or not, but it seems really strange that this room is down here by itself, which means that it could be a, could be the item room. But we're gonna have to just take a look. If it is, that would be nice. I hope this is not one of those dungeons where you have to go to a room. Ooh, oh my gosh. They just saved my life there, and by saved my life, I mean, you know, kept me from losing my shield. But I hope this is not one of those dungeons where a timepiece would be nice. Oh, well. I was hoping it's not one of those rooms where they just... You have to get down there to get to close to the boss, because that looks like that's going to be a real pain and a half. Alright. I'm probably not making it through this room. Unless I can get like a fairy or something like that. But if I have to, I can just go grab a potion and I'll probably just cut it out. But we will see. Oh, thank goodness. Oh yeah, that's right. If you beat those guys and you haven't left the dungeon, like, they don't respawn, but if I were to leave and come back, they would. So let's explore. This is probably a dead end, or close to. This is probably where the item is, if I had to guess. Unless it's like one of those, like, you flip the switch. God, I hate these blue whiz robes. Like, if they're looking right at... Oh my god. If they're looking right at you, like, and they're coming in your direction, like, they just keep spamming the magic. It's so... Like... I think this game is really well designed. That's something that they probably should have chilled out on. You know, like... Even with the magic shield, like... Dude, if you're not looking at them, like, it doesn't matter. So, like... That, like I said, programming wise, they probably should have put a cooldown on those guys as like, damn it. They should have put a cooldown on those guys as magic, like firing abilities, because like, that's super mega cheap, as you could see. Oh god, I got getting lucky. Haven't played the game in like a week or so. I usually play this on the Game Boy Advance, because I have the Game Boy Advance copy, so I usually play this on the Game Boy Advance. I'm playing on the Super Nintendo, like, Classic that came out several years ago. We just get out of my way, like, a couple years ago. So I'm playing on that, and the controls feel a little weird. I wouldn't be surprised, and I probably should check if like game mode has been turned off. So let me do that real quick, because like I unplugged this HDMI cable. You won't see it because it's not going to show up on the TV. But yeah, it was turned off. That's something that I really miss. Maybe this is it's readjusting that. Turning it on, but that's something that I really miss about older TVs and older consoles and stuff. Like, even like setting up this computer, like, you used to just be able to plug stuff in and like turn it on and set it up, but now it's like with game mode, I know game mode's been a thing for like 10 to 15 years now, maybe even a little bit longer, but like, it really does mess with your button inputs if you're not careful. Is this going to be one of those rooms where it takes me somewhere else, or is this going to be one of those rooms where it just exists as a trap? Alright, we got one like. I swear, if the likes were more like the likes in A Link to the Past and the likes in Ocarina of Time, where you could get your shield back if they took it. Okay, so this room was just a trap. So, well, actually, let me actually try bombing the wall here before I just go, that was just a trap. Okay, so I can go over in this direction. What do you have to say, old man? There are secrets where fairies don't live. I know. That's actually a hint for the next, like, dungeon. Oh my god. Okay, so I think that's just, you know, to get back in that room. So I do think I have to, one of these rooms is going to have to be the item, and the other is going to have to be progress. If I had to guess, I would say that this is probably the item because there's no likes here, which means it's not as difficult. That's just my logic. Oh, come. You know, at least with the blue dark nuts, they don't just randomly like teleport like that. Wizrobes, I think this one and Majora's Mask is the two games that have like, okay, I don't think, here we go. Wizrobes, okay, it's the magical rod. Now we can use it to change into a magical, like, warrior, like, you know, Sailor Moon or someone like that. Card Captor Sakura. And that's almost all of the items. I think there's 2 items in Dungeon 7 or 8. So basically what we need, like the 2 items that we need to get are the red ring, and then and then we got to get those 2 bomb upgrades. Well, we don't have to. I'm not planning on getting all the heart containers, just enough of the heart containers to get the better sword and more potions. But the blank spot up there between the stepladder and that power bracer is the key, the lion key, that makes it to where you can it's the lion key that makes it where like you can just you don't have to have any keys anymore. I selected the rod because the thing is the rod doesn't work on the Wizrobes, like they're immune to the magic. But I figured, even though it might be a bit dangerous dealing with those likes, I figured I could use it, and if I get hit by a bubble, I can still like swing it, and like, you know, the rod itself does like physical damage, so it can work kind of like the sword. And then you got the magic, and then you've got like, it does the fire now that we got the magic book, which I kind of got that one early. So the only thing that sucks about it doing the fire now is that like you can't, I can demonstrate in this room, you can't like fire another magic shot until it does the fire like that, where without it doing that you could. So it was one that you could just like spam. You know, I wonder, I'll have to check in on the next one, or maybe when I get into that room adjacent. I want to see if I can bomb a hole in the wall of one of these rooms and see if I can just skip. Because I don't remember if I tried it or not. And of course I don't have the red candle. That's one of the things I forgot to mention. Alright, get out of my way, dude. Dude? So if I can bomb a hole in this wall, that would be really nice. I doubt it though. Okay, yeah, I was about to say I doubt it, because if I could, I would always do that. You know what, let's use arrows, why not? I haven't demonstrated them yet. So arrows in this game are your money. Oh, and that's another one. We got to get the silver arrows. Which silver arrows and the red ring are both in Ganon's dungeon, so we don't have to worry about missing those. Just have to find them in Ganon's dungeon. Oh, thank Kronos himself. It's not really going to help me any unless they drop a fairy or something. Because, well, Goma's not that hard. Should be able to block Goma's shots with my shield, but getting to Goma, now that's another question. Like, that's a whole nother challenge there. Because it's going to drop me here, and I'm going to have to go down and around. I'm not dealing with those. Not dealing with them either. So what's down from here? A trap? Ooh. We're gonna... Oh! We're just gonna take out Goma. There we go. Told you, Goma's super easy. Don't even know why Goma's this far into the game. But, man, that's level 6 finally done. I don't think there's anything else that I really need. I'm pretty sure that was a trap. I could be wrong. I'm going to quickly go back to Dungeon 5 and see if I can get those bombs by the end of this episode. I've got time. And then I'll probably buy another potion or something. Depending on where we're at and time-wise, if I'm pretty far along. You know what? I'm going to see if I can get the sword first. Just simply because, like, you know, it's closer. I wished I would have thought to do that before I already walked that far away. But you know what? We're on an adventure. We can, you know, make time. It's like Tolkien said with Lord of the Rings. If things didn't happen exactly the way they happened, then they would never have finished their quest. So in this game, if things didn't happen the way, at least with this playthrough, if things didn't happen the way they happened, I would have never fulfilled my quest. Okay, so that's like what? 12 hearts to get the best sword. Yeah, because there's 16 hearts in the game, and I have like a row and a half, so that's like 12. Now we can do as much damage, you know, max damage in the game. Can do max damage in the game, and I would like to have the red ring. I know I have finished the game a few times without it, because, like, I'm pretty sure it's in the last dungeon somewhere. And usually I end up just being like, you know what, I've already found my way to Ganon. I'm just gonna take care of Ganon. So that's usually what happens with that. So fun times. But you know, it's probably another issue I have with the game, like, is how long it takes to get the best defense. But you know, these are just like hindsight like in hindsight, gripes that, as I've said before, when I criticize a game, it's not because I'm like criticizing it unfairly. It's because I genuinely, you know, it comes from a place of like love and genuinely want to see it do better. Even though like the game has been out for like, you know, game has been out for 30 years, 40 years almost. Like it's not, you know, it's not going to be changed or anything. The only way they would change it is if for whatever reason they decided to remake it a second time, because they did remake this game. But it was like one of those things that it was on the Super Nintendo, and it was Japan only, and it was one of those things where it's like you had to hook your Super Nintendo up to the internet, because yes, it could do that. So you had to hook your internet, your Super Nintendo up to the internet, and it was like a Japanese exclusive event where it's a Japanese exclusive event where like you got to play like through part of the game, and you had like a time limit to play through the game, and then it was like you played through another part of the game from another time limit. Okay, so down, is that the only place? Or can I bomb into like, because it's going to be from an old man, so I'm going to assume I can't just, that I have to walk up into it like this. Yeah. A secret power is said to be in the arrow. Well, you're not the guy who's selling bombs, so I don't care what you have to say. This is the room I skipped. It must be unless it's like another secret room that's not shown on the map. Then I don't know, because it's supposed to be in this dungeon. Let me consult El Google real quick. Alright, Google, where is it? Level 5 and level 7 in the first quest. Okay, where in level 5? Okay. Alright. Alright, I see. I believe it is a room that doesn't show up on the map. It's in that top right corner, but you have to get to the room that's just left of it. And no, I don't feel bad Googling that, because if I was playing the game by myself, I would have Googled it. Right. Bottom lower left, and then that'll do, right? Like, I think this is one of those you have to go through, like, one of those secret doors, or what, or the secret floor or whatever. Glad I can kill the orange D's nuts with one hit now. But is it this room, or is it the bottom, like where it's like the lip? Yeah, that's just where you get the map. No, I don't feel bad. I don't usually look up things in games. I prefer to find stuff for myself, but like I don't want to spend too much time doing this, because you know it's a Let's Play series. Do I have to kill these guys? I might have to kill these guys. So yeah, I just don't want to spend like 20 minutes running around the dungeon after having already done this dungeon. Oh, come on now. Dodongo. I don't care. We'll just kill them the way you're supposed to kill them. And I don't know if I needed... I might have actually needed to kill that guy to get through here. But yeah, or not. So I don't feel bad about it because of, like I said, like I'm just trying to do it for the sake of time. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. 2 hits. Now if only I could like take half the damage I'm taking now, that would be even great. Berry. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go through here. And then we're gonna be here. We gotta go down and bomb to the right. This room where there's nothing but bats. I guess it's just to trick you into thinking that it's a waste of your time. I guess it is on the map. Oh, weird. It just looks different. So yeah, there is a tell, like, you know, this is where this is. Cool. And I think that's where I'm going to call the episode. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to be in the dungeon. I'll probably have more potion and then just head to level 7, you know, at the beginning of the next one. If you watched the video, I appreciate it. If you made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.